my subscribers are not just the numbers on the screen, they are real people. So many twists and turns. The time was never on my side. Also, I was running an NGO in my law school. I'm not going to upload them. One thing that I have learned, and I would like to pass it on to anybody who has less than 500 subscribers. It's Ambika here, and it's a special day because today we have hit 500 subscribers and also achieved a milestone of 1.5 year on YouTube. So happy birthday to my baby channel. And it all started with a dream, but little did I know that it will have so many twists and turns. But trust me guys, I have learned a lot in this 1.5 year of journey on YouTube. To celebrate that, I got these cute little cakes and I'll be cutting it with you all. Let's enjoy it. I'm literally sitting in my PJs on my carpet and I can't wait to share what I learned from YouTube. So as I think back of my college days, I remember how pumped up I used to get for Instagram blogging. But then law school happened, so I joined law school in 2016, and a lot of you must know that during those days, Sejal Kumar, Komal Pandey and Malvika Sitlani were on the top. Like, it was every girl's dream to do blogging like them, and it was my dream as well. But then law school happened and I started focusing on my grades. And also I was running an NGO in my law school, and NGO and fashion never goes hand in hand. So I had to quit blogging. Post my law school, I joined corporate and the time was never on my side. Trust me, every fresher can relate to this. When you initially join corporate sector, you take a lot of time to adjust yourself to the corporate world, and I was taking the same time. But then during those days, I met my husband and he motivated me to pursue my passion, and it was going in my head from that time. And I got my final kick on my birthday last year when I met my friends. So if Akriti and Siddharth, you are watching this video, thank you so much for giving me that final push and final kick. And that's how I started my YouTube channel. But honestly speaking, from the past 1.5 year, I have not been very consistent, and this year I have challenged myself to be more active on my social handles and to post more, create more stories, create more shorts and reels, and make more friends online. So if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that we can become friends and you can see what's going on in my life. And I can't wait to share everything that I do on the daily basis. Over this year, one most important thing that I have learned is my subscribers are not just the numbers on the screen. They are real people with real and same passion that I have, and I have realized that I need to think them as my friend. And if I think them as my friend, I will share with them everything that I have learned, everything new that I know, or generally as I communicate with my friends and I tell them everything and anything that's going on in my mind. One thing that I have learned, and I would like to pass it on to anybody who has less than 500 subscribers or who has just started their YouTube channel. If you have not decided your niche yet, or you don't know what exactly you need to post on YouTube, trust me guys, there are two categories of friends. Okay, let me just simplify it. We have two categories of friends. One friend with whom we have like a common interest, for example like football, bags, or maybe generally about shopping. So we are just discussing about the football, or we are just discussing about the bags, or maybe makeup. But then we have second category of friends with whom we share anything and everything that goes in our mind. So initially, when you have not decided your niche, try to think your subscriber as the second category of friend with whom you are sharing anything and everything until you bond over one niche or one topic. Now how do you decide that you guys have bonded over that topic? So that can be predicted through YouTube analytics, when you can see a particular type of video has got more engagement, more likes and more views. Second is you can engage with your audience in the comment section and see exactly what they like and what they want to watch. Third is, since we have less people in our community right now, we have less friends and less subscribers, we can connect them over other social media handles where we can do the personal communication with them over chat and DM, like Instagram. And I connected with a lot of my subscribers on Instagram. So I have a short story to share. I bonded with this one person on Instagram, and she's a doctor, and I communicated with her on the chat. So her feedbacks means a lot to me, and whenever she likes my post or does comment to it, it motivates me and it makes me happy, and I definitely want to work on videos that she likes to watch more. So this is how you can bond with your subscribers and create your own community on the internet, and that's how you can grow. Connecting with my subscribers with heart has been the most rewarding part of this journey. Journey on YouTube over the past 1 year, I have realized that consistency is just the tip of iceberg. It's all about commitment, trust me guys. And I've learned that sticking to a regular schedule on YouTube is so important and crucial, meaning that even on the days when I don't feel like, or on the days that I don't have the energy to make a full-fledged YouTube video, I make sure I just capture things around me, even if I'm not going to upload them in the entirety of my life. Each moment with the camera in my hand teaches me to see things with a different angle, and that's how it gives me a sense of being committed and also being consistent. Second is being myself. I've realized it's essential to be genuine and be myself. You can't pretend for a very long period of time, and you just don't need to do things to fit in and to match up with what's popular online. It's just so important to be true to ourselves, because you can't fake it for a very long period of time. And your people, your subscribers are genuine people. They are just not numbers. They're real people. They will definitely understand that you're just faking it all after some time. So it's very important to be yourself, and that's what I have learned. One of the practical skills that I have learned is staying on the topic. While it's very easy to veer off the track during presentations and videos, I have learned through YouTube the art of sticking to the topic, to the subject in hand, so that your subscribers are engaged to what you're presenting to them. This helps me keep my content focused and engaging. On personal level, I've also started investing more time on self-care, particularly skincare. Taking care of myself, my appearance not only boosts my confidence, but it also reflects the positivity on my channel. It's about presenting myself in the best possible manner, but also staying true to who I am. I've realized the value of being adaptable. The digital landscape is ever evolving, and staying relevant means embracing change and being open to trying new things, whether it is trying a new style or new makeup hack, or maybe new editing style, or engaging with the audience in innovative way. Adaptability is the key to growth in any sector, and it is a key to growth on YouTube as well. For me, having 500 subscribers, definitely it was all about the adaptability that I have shown. Thank you to each and every one of you who has supported me and who has been part of this journey. This milestone is just the beginning of our friendship, and this is my Instagram handle. Go check that out, send me a DM, and let's build this community together. Also remember, no matter how small you start, as long as you're passionate and enthusiastic, you can achieve anything. So keep chasing your dreams and never give up. See you in the next video.